Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Meredith Phillips. I'm a writer, reader, and bunny mama. You guys, we are 2 days away from NaNoWriMo officially starting this Sunday. I am really excited. I hope you've had a successful Preptober if you were doing any kind of prep work this month, and I hope you're really looking forward to diving into your story on Sunday, November 1st. I am, of course, very excited. I've been waiting for this for a long time, and on this sort of final video for Preptobering, I'd like to share with you a few sort of final thoughts, a few final tips and bits of advice, take them or leave them, but hopefully a few of these will be an encouragement for you. So the first thing that I think could be really important and really helpful as you enter into November is to make sure that you have a really specific goal in mind and that it is written down and posted somewhere where you will see it on a daily basis. Now, when I say goal, I'm not necessarily talking about your word count goal or your sort of tangible mile markers you're trying to achieve, but really think about your true goal in doing this. Why are you participating? Why are you writing this story at this time? Think about what it really means to you, what you're really trying to achieve for yourself. That's what's going to keep you motivated. Telling yourself you need to write 50,000 words or I need to get through the next 10 scenes of this story or whatever it might be. Those are just sort of facts and figures, which can be helpful and definitely motivating at times, but sometimes you need to dig a little deeper and find whatever that internal motivation really is for you. So write down that goal and post it somewhere where you will see it and be reminded of it on a daily basis. The other sort of more practical tip that might be helpful for some of you, especially if you tend to get distracted and lose track of time, go ahead and set some alarms on your phone for a certain time every day. Maybe you eat dinner around 6 o'clock and you know that by 7 you should be sitting down and getting to work. But we all know that sometimes after dinner, we need to relax a little bit, let the food settle, and what better way to do that than to pull up some YouTube videos and start watching and then watching and watching another one and watching another one and playing a game on your phone, and you totally lose track of time, and then it's like 8 o'clock and you're panicking. So don't let that happen. Set an alarm on your phone to just be a little bit of a reminder, a little bit of a nudge to get you back into your office or have you sitting at your desk to get the words rolling. Another thing that might be helpful for you, I don't tend to use these a whole lot, but again, maybe for you it will be. There's an app called the Forest app where you plant trees. They're fake trees, obviously, and you basically set a time for yourself to write or do whatever it is that you need to get done. You can use it for other stuff too. And then it basically like locks your phone. So you can't do anything else on your phone while this app is running. There are other types of focus apps also available. The Forest app is a paid app, I believe. I forget how much it is, $2 to $5, somewhere in that range. If you want something free, there are other free apps you can download that kind of lock your phone for a specific amount of time so you can't go and do other stuff. So that type of thing would be really helpful for you if the temptation to grab your phone and look at Instagram or Twitter or something else is too much. Try one of those apps to really make you focus on your writing for a specific amount of time. As we get into the first week, I would really encourage you to just kind of do the first week and see how it goes. Be open to whatever happens. If you succeed and you're way above the word count and you're doing great, you might want to raise your goal. If you're struggling to keep up every day and you feel like you're falling behind, it's fine to lower your goal or readjust your expectations for the month. So use the first week almost as a sort of experiment for yourself. See how it goes, and then kind of reflect at the end of the week and evaluate your own personal feelings toward how things went, look at your goals, and readjust if necessary. A couple more practical types of tips. One thing that can be really helpful is making sure over the next 2 or 3 days you really take care of any and all household chores that need to be completed. Now, obviously, some household chores, laundry and kitchen dishes and that kind of stuff you got to do on a daily basis or a weekly basis. But if your house needs to be picked up a little bit, organized, cleaned, you can do some of that in the next 2 days to kind of get it off your plate. If there's errands you need to run, pick up dry cleaning, that kind of stuff that could potentially take away from your writing time, go ahead and do it now, especially this Saturday. It's the last day before NaNoWriMo starts, so take some time that day to take care of life stuff that then won't get in the way later in November. I know some people also like to prep meals ahead of time. If you've ever done like freezer cooking type stuff, you might want to do a little bit of that today or tomorrow or over the weekend to have some dinner things already prepped and ready to go, so you don't have to worry about, oh, what am I going to have for dinner in the middle of November. One other thing you might want to consider doing is making sure your family and friends know that you're doing this writing project and that you have specific time set aside for it, so that if they invite you out for something or you're supposed to be going to a family event, you can then say, you know, hey, I can come for this amount of time, but I've got to get home so I can fit in my words for the day or whatever. And hopefully they will be respectful of that and understanding and be happy to encourage you in pursuing that. You might also want to ask one or two of them to be kind of an accountability partner for you. Accountability partners can be interesting because they don't have to be other writers. They can be your significant other, they can be a best friend, they could be your parents if you like, or a sibling. Have them check in on you. If you tell them that 7 o'clock is going to be your writing time, they might send you a text message around 7:30 to ask, hey, have you gotten started yet? Or something simple like that. It doesn't have to be a big deal. If you live with a roommate who could fulfill that role for you, that would be good. If you have a significant other who would be willing to change like the Wi-Fi password or things like that to make you do your writing so you don't get distracted with other online things, that could be really helpful too. Two last pieces of advice. Number one, do not be too hard on yourself. You might have really big expectations and really big hopes and dreams for November, and maybe they'll happen, and I hope they do, but maybe they won't. And that's okay. So don't feel like this is the month to prove all of your writing worth to the world. It's not that. Please make it what it needs to be for you, and don't be too hard on yourself if you feel like you're falling short of where you wanted to be. The other thing to remember, and this is kind of cheesy, but also it is true, and that is to just have fun. If you're not having fun with the project, or you're not having fun with the rigorous schedule you've set for yourself, then change it. Or change your project. You can start something different, or you can quit altogether. Don't force yourself to do something that you are finding absolutely no joy in completing. I think this month can be a great time to focus on your writing, on your dreams, on the community at large, and not necessarily worry so much about hitting a specific goal. So please enjoy the time and enjoy the challenge of NaNoWriMo. So that's it. Those are my final little bits of wisdom for you as we enter into November. I am so excited to get started. I hope you are too. Leave a comment and let me know if you have any final tips or tricks for other people to get started with, things to keep in mind for the month, or anything like that. I will see you back here on Tuesday. I'll have my first NaNoWriMo vlog up that day, which will show the first 2 days of NaNoWriMo and how those went for me. So I hope you're excited about that. And if you're looking for more NaNoWriMo vlogs and content, those are going to be coming out every Tuesday and Friday in November. I also will have pep talks that will be posted on Saturdays. So please do hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and those videos will show up in your subscriptions box as soon as they go live. If this video was helpful, do give it a thumbs up. You can also find me over on Instagram at Meredith Phillips Writes. Thank you so much for joining me, and happy nanoing on Sunday. Bye. Nibs! Wibbly wibbly! How'd you fit in that tiny hole? Hi, sweetie! What are you doing?